it's me. I'm Homeless Roy, and welcome to my vlog. Yeah, this is the channel you go to when you want to know what's going on out there. You want to know, for instance, hey, I like a good cup of coffee. What's the good brand out there right now? You come here, and I'll tell you. Oh, you're like, hey, what's neat on the Amazon? I need to buy something cool on the Amazon. You go there, click, click, click. You're like, oh, there's so many things out there. I don't know what to get. Well, you come right here, and I'll tell you. And I'll show you. Now, I gotta tell you, at the end of every video, be sure you hit the thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up, and say Roy's awesome in the review. And then that way, who knows, like after like, people like it, you like it, everybody likes it. I'll be driving this Ferrari around. I'll have a big old mustache like old Tom Selleck on Magnum. You'll be like, what? And I'll be like, yeah, all because the thumbs. So hey, come on back to Roy's page. That's me. I'm Homeless Roy. And yeah, enjoy my vlog.
The moon and the stars, yeah, they just came together now. Are you feeling lucky now? Are you feeling lucky now?
Hey, it's me. I'm Homeless Roy, and welcome to my vlog. Today, I'm doing what's called a grocery haul. I went to the grocery store and got me some groceries, and I was going to share them with you, and perhaps you'll be inspired to go get you some groceries of your own.
Cup Foods, get your celery at Cup Foods.
So what I did get was these groceries, and I was going to show you, starting with this little treat right here. This is a breakfast item. Perhaps you've seen it in the aisles before. It's called the Lucky Charms. You see this guy? Maybe you've seen the commercials. And, you know, hey, ga 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 ga, ga 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 ga. Yep, that's the guy. These are very sweet, flavored spoonfuls of marshmallow and some kind of grainy-based, oat-based cereals. I think you'll like it if you try it. I don't have it today, but maybe one of these days. Oh, look right here. This is a lid. It's called, I'll show you. This is called, can you see that? That's called the Aussie Bites. This is kind of a clear plastic transparent lid.
Get your celery at Cup.
Oh, okay. Now here's something interesting. I'd be willing to try this. This is some kind of chicken fajita bowl. Fajitas. I've heard of those at like the Mexican restaurants or like the Chili's, and they have these smelly sizzles. When the people go by the waitress and they're all walking along and they're walking along and they go past your table, and then they come past my table, which is, well, that's actually the back door there, but I usually crack it open and can you smell the sizzle? Yeah, that's what this is. So here's something. It's a green bottle. It's got some water inside. It's all bubbly. Have you had the bubbly before? This is called Pierre water. Have you ever had Pierre water before? It's French. It's from Paris. So keep that in mind when you're thirsty and you gotta wash down those fajitas at the Chili's. Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. That's what people do. You should do this every single time. Don't think about it. Just hit the little buttons there, because who knows? Maybe I'll be the next superstar TV show rock guy, and who knows? Maybe you'll see me on stage with Blake Shelton. You know, like my arms around Blake Shelton, and we'll be like, "Oh, funny stuff! Funny stuff!" And I'll be like this. Blake Shelton, this guy.
The Surgeon General says, chew tobacco, quit.
I'm Homeless Roy. Have a good day. Bye now.
It gets a good review.
Hey. Yeah, I'm Homeless Roy, and welcome to my vlog. And today I'm going to do a review of pretty unique things that I found on the Amazon. Well, on my neighbor's front porch. I got there before the garbage guy came by, and I grabbed it and I took it back because it looked pretty interesting. Now the first thing I found is a uh-oh. You okay? Camera? Uh-oh. Camera? Oh, you're okay.
Are you feeling lucky now?
Hey, welcome back. My name is Homeless Roy, and this is my vlog. So today, I'm going to show you a few things and how to use them. It's called a review, and these are things that you can find on the Amazon, I believe.
Winding through the jungles of Brazil.
So let's talk about these things. These are pretty fun, and I'd call them revolutionary, and I think you'll agree. This first one, you see that? It looks like a spatula, doesn't it? You go like, oh, here I am grilling my meats. I gotta flip my patty over. Flip it. Here's your like hamburger, and you're like, oh, hamburger flip. You're like, oh, hamburger flip. Then you're like, hot dog, and the hot dog falls off on the ground, and you're like, ah.
Mustard and ketchup.
Well, there's a better way. It's called the James Bond spatula because it does this. Goes down. You're like, hey, it's just a spatula. It's a spatula. Wait, there's a hot dog.
Ketchup and mustard and ketchup.
Oh, it's got the prongs, and you can stab the hot dog, and you're like, hey, I'll just pick you up with my prongs now, and then that's your thing. You don't lose your hot dog on the ground. So that's the James Bond spatula. Look that up.
The secret's in the spices. It's salt and pepper, yeah.
Now I have a second spatula here. Now this one is like right here. I'll show it to you. Spatula, huh? Now this one has a little bit of dirt on it, but just ignore that. This is I call this the flippy. I think that's its official name, flippy. Because look at this. It flips. So this would be like for you're like making your pancakes. You're like, hey, so early on. I haven't had my cup of coffee yet, but I'm making my pancakes while the coffee's cooking, and you're like flipping your pancakes, but you're like, oh, it's so early. I can't even flip my wrist. It's so early. So you know what you do? You use the flippy.
Pancakes.
You put your pancake underneath here, and you're like, oh, squeeze. See that? It's pretty helpful. That way you don't burn the bottom of the pancake.
Pancakes.
Now this is an interesting device. I I bet you haven't seen this before, because this is called a telephone. Now I know you're like, what? No. Because telephones, everybody knows, are these little tiny things, they're flat, they're tiny, you put them in your pocket, you're walking around town with your phone in your pocket, and then you go to the movie theater and you're sitting there, you're watching some scary movie, you're like, whoop, and then somebody's phone next to you goes, burp, 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 burp. And you're like, hey, dude, not cool. You got your phone in your pocket, but you didn't turn it down. Look at mine. It's in the quiet mode. You're like, quiet mode. So people should really. They need this right here. This is going to solve everything. This is going to be like world peace, right here. Because what you do, you hook this on the wall at your house, and it has this little cord right here. You see this little cord? Let me show that to you. This is the cord, and then this is the phone. Whoa, look at that, and you're like, hello. And so you take that cord, and then you literally plug it into a little hole in the wall. And then you hang this phone here on the wall. So that way, you're like, hey, I need to make a phone call. And you're like, picking up the phone. And you're like, dialing the numbers. You're like, oh, dot, 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 dot. And you're like, it makes this ring sound. And then you're like, hey, Domino's Pizza, I'd like to order a pepperoni pizza. And then when you're done, you hang up. Now get this. The phone, it stays on the wall.
Telephone.
You go to the movie theater and you're sitting there watching a scary movie and you're like, oh, don't go in there. Don't go in there. There's a man with a knife in there. He's behind the curtain. You can see his feet. And then nobody's phone rings because,
Telephone.
Now, hey, I'm Homeless Roy, and thank you for watching my channel, and be sure to hit the thumbs up, give it an old thumbs up, because that way people will like it, and who knows, we'll all just be driving these Lamborghinis around. I'll have my Lamborghini, and I'll be driving like this, woo, and then you'll be like, man, I wish I had a Lamborghini.
Like a wish upon a star, it's Roy.
Well, I've got this thing over here I found on. I guess I'm not sure what you call this. I'm thinking it's called the Stretchy, because you put something in here, and then you stretch, and you give it to somebody else, and then you stretch back here. So like you're sitting at the breakfast table, and you're having your pancakes. You're like, hey, pass me that syrup, please. I'm low on syrup. My pancakes, you know how your pancakes absorb the syrup like sponges, and you're like, I know I put syrup on there, but I don't see it. Hey, can you pass the syrup? But the syrup's on the far end of the table.
Morning, night, and noon, it's pancake.
I'm not getting up and walking over there. Someone can pass it to me. So you're like, hey, pass me the syrup. And you like hold out this device. And you're like, give me the syrup, please. And you put the syrup inside the basket. And then you stretch back the basket. And then you got your syrup. And you can put that on your pancakes. And then everybody's, my. That gave me a start. It's kind of like a, whoo!
Mrs. Butterworth, Mrs. Butterworth, Mrs. Morning, night, and noon, it's pancakes.
Well, hey, it's me. I'm Homeless Roy. Have you ever seen those Power Rangers? Well, they come in all kinds of different colors. There's orange and blue and white and brown. My favorite's green. I was going to show you how it works. First, you take your Power Ranger and you walk on over to your neighbor's house. And then you plug it in the wall. And that way you can range around so that anytime you need some electricity, well, you're good to go. I mean, maybe you need electricity for your coffee maker. Do you like coffee?
Electricity, electricity.
Or your hair dryers.
Don't touch, don't touch.
Your electric toothbrush. Plug in your toothbrush. Plug in your popcorn maker and
don't touch. Electricity. Don't you touch.
maybe you plug in your electric car and you're driving your Tesla around, but you can't go very far. Depends on how big your Power Ranger is. If it goes pretty far, you could drive your electric car. Well, I bet you could get all the way down the street.
Electricity, electricity. Don't you put your fingernails in the outlet. You're gonna go to sleep forever. Night, night. Morning, night, and noon, it's pancakes. Morning, night, and noon, it's pancakes. Ooh, morning, night, and noon, it's pancakes. All day long, it's pancakes. Morning, night, and noon, it's pancakes. Morning, night, and noon.
Hey, thanks for watching my vlog. I'm Homeless Roy, and today was a very special episode. You got to see behind the scenes. I've got a very busy schedule. It's always very hectic. Things going on, and well, as you can see, I managed to squeeze it all in. Well, be sure to give my video the old thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Ooh, and today we're going to do something special. I'm going to have a contest. I would like you to get on your dashboard and clickety clack and leave a comment and tell me which is your favorite kind of maple syrup. Do you like the Mrs. Butterworth? Or do you like the log cabin? Do you like that log cabin? Well, be sure to tell me, and someone will be getting a pancake in the mail.
The moon and the stars, yeah, they just came together now. Are you feeling lucky now? Are you feeling lucky now? One cup of coffee, two cup of coffee.